You're watching the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast. Now here's your hosts, Tom, Nick, and Dave. It's you, it's me, it's N.R.D. It's you, it's me, it's N.R.D. Uh-huh. Let's start the show.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. It is you, it is me, it is TNG. Welcome to the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast. We're glad you're here. If you aren't already subscribed, hit the button below Tom that says subscribe. If you are subscribed, have a good 5 seconds on us. All right, so speaking of 5 things, Tom said he just wanted to start with blind rankings right away.
Blind rankings, I enjoyed this.
This is fun.
I enjoyed this. So welcome to the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast. I am Tom. I'm going to turn my TV down.
Episode, we forgot to say, what episode is this?
This is episode 7 of the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast.
7 was the first episode by itself, I think.
Oh. This is the episode.
Like, that was the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast, technically.
Episode 11 of the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast.
This is episode 204.
This is episode, welcome to episode 204 of
2
the
weeks
Wrestling
we age out of the cruiserweight division.
205 live.
Next week's going to be big. I'm not going to lie.
Enzo Amore is the guest, everybody.
God, no. God, no.
Yeah,
I'll quit the show.
And Neville.
Neville.
So last week we started top 5 rankings, or the week before?
Two. Because we did Hasbro's and we did.
And I think it's really fun. And I had an epiphany of ideas for this.
Okay.
So I'm working on compiling a list of top 5 rankings for us to do in the future. But I've learned something about my life.
Oh boy.
I am a living gimmick.
Okay.
So we're going to do top 5 worst gimmicks.
Oh. So 1 would be the worst and 5
would be the worst.
Okay.
Yes. 1. So it's going to be like 1 is shit.
Okay, I got you.
5 is
the best of the best of the worst.
The best of the worst.
Okay. I automatically forgot how we play this game, and I started making my own list in my head. I'm like, let's see how racist WWE's been, and I came up with like 10 easily.
So I did a little Googling for some gimmicks. So they're kind of all over the place. This is not necessarily going to be any specific era or
reputation
type of gimmick, like racial gimmicks that WWE has done. It's just kind of all over the place. And I think we should start kind of hot.
Okay.
The Goon.
The Goon, like the hockey player.
Yeah.
Oh. I loved the Goon personally.
I don't have a lot of memories of the Goon per se. Like it's not somebody, but I know who he is.
The Goon is somebody who did not deserve getting a figure.
Yeah, and an action figure.
Fuck you! I wish they made a Goon Hasbro. Quite honestly,
we need a Goon brawler. First brawler with ice skates.
I mean, Tom might be a bit of a Devils fan. You know,
I love New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah.
But probably as the hockey aficionado here, because I went to 1 game this season.
I'm gonna step in right now and say I don't really know where to go with this, so I'm just gonna put it as 3, right in the middle, as a good starting point.
I'm gonna put it at 4 because I don't think it's that bad. I think there was a lot worse.
So 4 is closer to good. Should we? All right, hold on. We should go back. 1 is the worst.
Yes.
5 is the best.
5 is the best.
Correct.
Of the world.
Okay. And you're putting him at 4?
Yeah, I don't think it was that bad, quite honestly.
Okay. All right.
Makes sense. Better than racism.
It's better than racism. Speaking of racism. No, not really. Let's do Hurricane.
I like Hurricane. I'm going 5 with Hurricane. I like the Hurricane.
I'd say I'm putting Hurricane 5. Hurricane's a Hall of Famer, honestly.
I love the Hurricane. I think the gimmick's stupid, and only he could have gotten it over, right? Like,
without the Hurricane, we would have never got Rosie, superhero in training, Rosie.
Yeah,
original Bloodline, baby.
So okay,
so I got
Molly Holly, Super Molly. Come on, man.
Isaac Yankem.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I
How much time you got, buddy?
Because of how angry it makes Kane if you bring it.
Yeah, 6.
I'm going number 2. It was
I'm
pretty
going
bad.
2 as well. I'm
It
going
was a
2.
pretty bad gimmick, but I want to keep number 1 open because I feel like there's worse out there.
You know, there's that meme, hold space for gravity or whatever it is, holding space for racism. That's what I'm holding it to.
I chose no racists.
Okay.
Well, I chose racists, but I didn't choose any racist characters.
Yeah, there you go.
Next up, Glacier.
Oh, Glacier. Come on. This is not the best gimmicks ever. See, but Glacier was supposed to be Mortal Kombat was so big at the time.
Dude, Glacier's that was so dumb.
I watched a video from Brian Zane breaking down Glacier because I didn't watch WCW really. I've heard all the memes of Glacier. I'm just like, there was all this hype and it just
it snowed, Dave. When he came to the ring, it snowed from the
It's snowing outside right now.
It was inside snowing. And that very reason, for that very reason, I'm going to put him at number 4 because that's all I have available.
Yeah, I'm putting him at 3. So I got number 1 left.
That's
all I have is number 1 left too, so this better suck.
I'm really sad that this is both going to be your number 1s because I wanted to make you look like terrible people. Eugene.
Oh, Eugene was really bad.
Yep.
But you know, hey,
Eugene was really
Nick
bad.
Dismore, which is whatever the guy that played it or whatever is, he's great. He took it. You got
took it and ran with it. And he made it work.
Chicken with chicken, isn't it? Like
made chicken shit out of chickens. He made chicken salad out of chicken shit.
They gave him the gimmick and they said run with it, and by God, he ran with it.
He ran with it, but that was not good.
Yikes. So yes, let us know how your blind ranking went in the comments. Give us ideas for what we should blind rank next week. It'll be fantastic.
Question.
Okay.
That was fun.
If you could add one to the list to what you would consider the worst gimmick ever.
Oh, okay.
Who would it be?
Kerwin White.
What's a Kerwin White?
Kerwin White was Chavo Guerrero's white character. He became a golfer. He had Dolph Ziggler as his caddy, and his slogan was, "If it ain't white, it ain't right." And jeez, fucking we. He dyed his hair blonde, pretended he was a white dude.
Right.
Yes.
Yep.
And then when Eddie Guerrero passed away, that immediately got dropped on the tribute episode for Eddie Guerrero on Raw or SmackDown, whatever it was. Here's Chavo Guerrero doing like the full Eddie Guerrero thing with the armband with bleach blonde hair. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
That's pretty bad.
That was pretty bad.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think here. There were some pretty bad ones out there.
Muhammad Hassan wasn't too well
that's
timed.
another one that got dropped.
The Mr. McMahon character gimmick, that's pretty bad.
That wasn't good.
Tiger Ali Singh making people eat dog food for $20.
Val Venus.
Yeah, that was.
Val Venus, I mean, but like at the time, Val Venus was like, I mean,
sure.
Here's the thing: we can't look back on things.
Enjoying Val Venus.
Like, 1998, horny teenage boys. Yeah, Val Venus. The money shot. Here's 10-year-old me watching Val Venus at the Royal Rumble. All you got to see his finisher, the money shot.
They chopped that man's manhood off on national TV on Raw.
Baby.
Choppy, Mr. Yamaguchi-san.
Of course, it's not going to fly now, but like, let's keep in mind, if we go back in history, there was a time where women weren't allowed to vote. Like.
He made a video with a personal friend of Dave.
It probably looked like a good idea.
Personal friend of Dave, Ken Shamrock. He made a video with his sister. All these things happened on Raw. It didn't take place at the Olive Garden.
When you're here, you're choppy TV.
So then Joey Ryan.
Joey Ryan has always bothered me.
His gimmick was real life.
Yeah, that was not great.
And I'll say this, I'm trying to take away from what we know now about the people. I'm trying to isolate it in the moment, for the time period.
Yeah.
Like, Joey Ryan always made me uncomfortable because I remember, like, there was, like, WrestleCon or whatnot, like, you can pay $20 and you can touch Joey Ryan's dick. And I was like, what? And I remember like explaining this to Margaret, and she's like, "Can we not walk by that table? Because I just don't need to see people grabbing his banana." I'm like,
Yeah,
it's
fuck that, dude.
uncomfortable. It's
That would be
uncomfortable.
rotten.
What about the Spirit Squad?
Spirit Squad was rough.
Yeah, it was tough.
Spirit Squad was rough.
Again, that's a group of 5 guys, burgers and fries, who made a shit gimmick work though.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got one. Meat. Remember Meat? And then
Fucking Meat, man.
PMS, the Pretty Mean Sisters.
Pretty Mean Sisters with Tori Terry and fucking Jack. Oh my god.
We can pretty much put the whole Attitude Era, like, and you could just cherry pick any Attitude Era character and probably put them on this list, and it would
Well,
fit.
okay, so then what about currently? Because like gimmicks aren't really as much of a thing as for character. Who's the worst right now? That's a hard one.
Yeah.
Ricochet, just a guy. I'll be honest. The mask
girl
is
still
dope.
in NXT, like the sleeping girl that wears the onesie to the ring.
Wendy Chu, she changed up her thing. She's like a zombie. She's like teaming with Rosemary.
Well, that was pretty bad. I thought that was pretty bad.
You ready for a controversial one?
Oh boy.
The Beast Moros or whatever.
I was literally just about to say that.
I like watching her wrestle. I think the gimmick's dumb. I think his mask is stupid.
I think the mask looks cool, but like, am I supposed to expect this man as a bull or some shit?
Yeah.
I've still been waiting for Luchasaurus to take off the dinosaur mask at some point and just be like,
well, we can never know what he looks like.
You can. you search Big Brother season 9 or whatever.
I know.
What about, this is not like super current, but kind of current. What about the little bull and then like the
Los Matadores and El Torito.
That was pretty bad.
I'll say this though. I was in the Izod Center when El Torito fought Hornswoggle, friend of the broadcast Swoggle, in a WLC match, and that place was electric.
Hornswoggle's the best match of his career.
It's arguably so.
It's like, is this something we would want in wrestling? Like, the gimmicks back then were...
They were jobs. They were jobs. Literally.
They were silly.
You were a priest. You were a clown. You were a plumber.
Do we want a Repo Man to come back? Like, do we think that it would be possible... Actually, let's break this up. Do we think it would be possible in pro wrestling today for the gimmicks of our youth to have, like, a resurgence?
What if?
I say no because of how kayfabe is now. Yeah. Like, growing up, you know, I remember the whole Doink the Clown pulling his arm out of his socket, attacking Crush. Nobody's believing that nowadays, and they're going to shit all over it. But as a child, absolute, and I understand there's that next generation of kids. Can we, as adults, re-enjoy that? I don't think so, in a way. Because I think our parents that watch wrestling, yes, was it as cartoonish? No, but you believed everything. Yeah. So I don't think what's this guy's job? Oh, he's a repairman, you know, or he's a repo man. Yeah. He steals people's shit. Like, I'm looking at my Hasbros and I'm just like, yikes.
Yikes, yeah. If you could create a gimmick of old, like the Jobs or whatever, as for you, as the rest,
I'm gonna go right away at first. The pool guy, damn it.
Yeah, the pool boy.
Look, you can bring it like this. I mean, you could like squirt suntan lotion in people's eyes, or have like a net and stuff. You could like net people. Mm-hmm. You could even go like, if you really got hardcore. I mean, there's like muriatic acid and there's like crazy shit. You could take a chlorine puck and stick it in somebody's mouth. There's lots and lots of. I mean, then there's even like, you could have like a pool mat, like a floaty on the pool match, or like a diving board scaffold match.
What is Vince Russo running your books?
Yeah.
I would do a waiter at an Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
So like weapons of choice, pasta. Let me bring some Parmesan for you. You need some pepper in your eyes.
I would be a DJ, but I'm just visualizing that I'm taking vinyl records and smashing them over people's heads like a plate.
Amazing.
Yes,
It's
this is
amazing.
we're right.
Wow.
I like it.
We've done it.
We done it. That was easy.
There we
That
go,
was
ladies
epic.
and gentlemen. Make the Hasbros. So we've gone from ranking 5 things. I have a 4-part question for you. Okay, I have a
Okay.
4-part trivia question for you. There's 4 answers. There are 4 men, strictly just men, who have won the Royal Rumble but have never had a WWE or WWF title run.
Ooh.
Who are they?
The Rock.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
That's one.
I'm trying to think of people. It's hard. What about?
I don't know who's won the Rumble.
It's got to be like older, like a lot of older, because I feel like everybody.
2 of them are old. One is relatively recent, in the last 10 years.
Did the Macho Man ever win the Royal Rumble?
He's had many title runs, no?
He wasn't. But he didn't win the Rumble though.
Did he have title runs?
What's that?
Macho Man was a champion, right?
He was a champion. Yeah, of course.
He was? Okay.
He won the title at WrestleMania 4. Yeah.
You're right. I don't know.
In the tournament. But he never won the Royal Rumble. He was final 2 in 93.
This is hard.
You're looking at the 2nd ever Royal Rumble winner. One of these guys tied.
Hold on.
Who won the second one? Was it
Vince?
Nope. Vince won the WWE title.
He did.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
I remember.
Wow, I thought this was going to be a lot easier. I also can name every Royal Rumble winner in order.
I don't have the best.
It's like my lame party trick.
Is it Shane McMahon?
No, Shane never won the Rumble.
Must have dreamt that.
Mysterio?
Nope, Mysterio won the title at WrestleMania 22.
Sheamus?
Sheamus has had a world title run and a WWE title run.
Nakamura?
Nakamura is correct. Nakamura is one of them. Won the Rumble in 2018 and then lost AJ Styles WrestleMania. He should have beaten Jinder Mahal in 2019, but they didn't do that. Or whenever it was, 2017. But
Benoit had the title.
So then there's 2 others. What's that?
Benoit's had the title.
Yes, he has.
2 off of that.
You're looking for 1989 and 1994 Royal Rumble winner.
Big John Studd.
Big John Studd.
Okay, that's number 2. I was trying to remember
who. Luger?
Luger is the 4th one.
Oh, Luger
never had a WWE, WWF world title run.
Really?
That was the one they both won right? That was the one
that is correct. Yep, him and Brett.
He never won the belt on the whole Lex Express.
Nope.
Really?
He beat Yokozuna by count out. They fucking celebrated like
Has he ever had any title?
What's that?
Has Lex Luger ever had a title?
In WCW, yes. I don't think he ever won anything in WWE.
In WCW?
WCW is a world champion. Yes.
Really?
And Vince on the Vince documentary on Netflix, Vince absolutely just shits on Luger too.
Oh yeah. So my question is this: if you could choose one of those 4 wrestlers, who would you choose to give a world title run?
Who were they again? Big John Studd. Oh, Hacksaw. Done. Hacksaw.
Oh yeah, Hacksaw for sure.
Hacksaw.
Shinsuke Nakamura, without a doubt. He should have beaten AJ Styles at WrestleMania 34.
They should give Hacksaw a run right now as champion.
Honestly, I don't think there's any person on this planet that deserves it more than Hacksaw.
Like he should beat Gunther at the next pay-per-view. Hacksaw.
Chop ho! Holy shit!
Gunther goes to chop Hacksaw, and Hacksaw's got a shirt on and just 2x4s across his chest.
Holy shit, you're quite the tough guy. No, you know what's funny though? So I saw that trivia question because somebody made a meme of it. Like a meme trivia question, like, oh, Shinsuke Nakamura is one of 3 people to win the Royal Rumble and not win a world title in WWE, WWF. And I immediately was like, wait a second. Big John Studd never won a world title. And just that's all the comment section. Big John Studd, Big John Studd, Big John Studd. So I always love proving people wrong on the internet. It's great. So
yeah, that's interesting. I do think Nakamura deserves might not be there. I do think Nakamura has not been given a proper run in WWE, which is a shame because the dude's phenomenal.
It sucks because he is literally, and it's an insult to a lot of people, he's a good hand. He's fantastic in the ring and can put over whoever needs to be put over.
Yeah.
But in the process, he is almost the Asian equivalent of Dolph Ziggler. He was too good at his fucking job.
But he admittedly has said before that all he wants to do, he's a surfer. All he wants to do is surf. They have great surf here in America. He doesn't he has no desire to go back to Japan and where he just wants to live in America and surf.
And you know what's really weird? He likes to take pictures of water towers in whatever town they're in.
Yeah.
That's awesome. His Instagram feed apparently.
That's awesome.
But I think the problem with Nakamura, and it's with any talent from any country that doesn't speak, he can speak English, but unless you can speak English fluently. Perfect, you know what I'm saying? It's stuff you're never going to be a top guy in America.
And I'll say this, as much as I hate that, it is very true because they hyped up in NXT the arrival of Julia and Stephanie Vicar, and both have just kind of felt flat because they don't speak fluent English, and I don't mean that as an insult.
Well, unless you put a Paul Heyman or some kind of mouthpiece on them or something, it's never going to work.
Julia should have gone to AEW.
Yeah, AEW would have worked, but it's a different presentation.
Yeah, it's a different presentation. She would have just gone. Look at Deonna Purrazzo. Deonna Purrazzo is in AEW. Has everyone forgotten that?
It's probably a Ring of Honor.
That's a shame.
Their women's division in AEW is garbage. It's garbage,
and it's only getting worse. And I'm like, why? Because there are very talented women there, and I just think they're pushing Mercedes down our throats. I think they're pushing matches that no one gives a shit about. Get Deonna on there. Where's Britt Baker been? I don't know. But Deonna needs to be in the main event. I'm sorry. She's that damn good. Toni Storm, I'm assuming she's actually just taking time off, but we need her back. I'm stoked that Julia Hart's coming back.
Yep.
I think Julia Hart, her run that she had was incredible. And she told stories well. She got so much better at wrestling. Anna Jay has been really great to watch lately because her time in Japan, she's honed her skills and she's just incredible. So there's talent there. It's just not being booked well.
That's that falls on the booker,
which is no one. The stories aren't there.
No.
The fact that we've got this shit going on with Moxley and Homeboys, and they've got what's-her-face with them. Why are there no women getting involved in this?
Well, Willow Nightingale did get involved at
It's not enough, though.
No, I'm just saying there was finally some involved. This was the big problem with Stephanie McMahon throughout the Attitude Era. She never got her comeuppance.
Mm-hmm.
There's nobody could. Rock's not putting a hand on her.
Yeah, so I think that Moxley's crew needs to get one or two more women,
and
then the AEW crew needs to pull up 2 or 3 women to combat that.
What if they brought in Ronda Rousey?
I wouldn't be happy. I don't like.
Didn't Ronda Rousey wrestle a Ring of Honor match?
I think so.
I feel like I saw that.
Yeah, it was with the other girl that was in NXT.
There was Jessamine Duke.
Yeah, there you go. That's the one.
Was that Ring of Honor, or was that a GCW?
I think Ronda did do GCW, but I now need to look this up.
Might have been a Josh Barnett Bloodsport match.
Let's see.
I don't know. I wouldn't.
She debuted in Ring of Honor November 23rd, 2023.
Oh, wow.
I think it was her only match, but.
And no one gave a shit.
Exactly.
Wow.
It was Ronda Rousey and Marina Shafir versus Athena and Billy Starks.
So then why not bring Ronda in with Moxley?
That's the thing. Ronda can somewhat cut promos.
She's gotten better. I hate her as a person, but she's gotten better.
Yeah.
I think she's awful. I don't like anything.
She cuts better. She cuts better promos as a heel than as a face.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty badass. Ronda Rousey at the end of World's End.
Or don't even give them a mic. Just let them fight. That's what they're good at.
So
I
think
know.
like anytime we've heard Marina Shafir, and I don't mind Marina Shafir being quiet, and that's not me pulling like, oh, to be quiet, sweetheart. The men are talking. Like Marina Shafir has that good like an assassin face. Like she looks like a cold-hearted killer.
Yeah,
She doesn't need to talk,
to talk.
but I feel like when she has talked, she's like uttered Russian or some other language.
Yeah,
I think, which is it just adds the whole like badass
to me, for a wrestler, and we'll use her as the example, but there's been other men as well. If you can get it across without opening your fucking mouth, holy shit! Look at every serial killer movie. Look at like the Friday the 13th movies. Jason. Was that Friday the 13th? No.
Jason's Friday the 13th.
Jason Voorhees doesn't speak.
No.
And was one of the most influential and intimidating like horror movie, killer movie characters. How cool is it that we get that in wrestling? Like, do I want everyone to be able to speak? Yes. Do I want anyone to feel silenced or stifled? Absolutely not. I think Marina's character, she just gives a look, and I'm like, you will destroy me. Like, nope. And any man that comes into that ring and she gives that look and she's like there in between, I believe in my heart of hearts, they're doomed. That man is doomed.
Yep.
And it's her stature, it's her look, it's her demeanor. So, like, she doesn't need to speak. Can she? Probably. Should she? I don't know.
Well, that's it. Let us know in the comments what you think we need to do to improve the women's division in AEW. Should they bring in Ronda Rousey to help join the Death Riders? We got anything else to talk about?
No.
Take that as a no. So yes, let us know your blind rankings in the comments below. Let us know what your thoughts on Royal Rumble winners and who should have had a world title run. Follow Tom's Got Glasses. Aqua Care Pool Services.
Hey!
Follow DJ DaveCTheVoice on Instagram and Facebook. And of course, the whole reason we're here, the Wrestling NRD Broadcast on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, ProWrestlingTees.com/the Wrestling NRD Broadcast. And that's nerd spelled N.R.D. Patreon.com/WNRDB. You can support the broadcast for as little as $1 a month. I still have mystery boxes for sale. Couple left. XL size. I make it worth your money. $30, 5 shirts, pair of socks, and a whole bunch of mystery items thrown in there too. You're gonna love it. It makes a great last minute Christmas gift. $30, Venmo, PayPal. Let's make it happen, folks. So until next time, on behalf of myself, the future king of the nerds, Mr. DaveCTheVoice, the founding father, Mr. Nick Carpenter, the man who got framed at the Holland Museum of Art, Mr. Tom says hi, Sasso. Don't forget to tell your mother you love her every day because, like Kevin Durant and Mom, you're the real MVP. Good night, everyone, and God bless America.
So today I was at a conference for work about eyewear, and I pooped 9 times.